Hi, good evening, everybody. If you're out, let us know who you are, and we'll see what teams we've got for tonight. We just had a text from Pauline. It doesn't look like Pan's joining with tonight. Oh, there's our Dawn. Hello, Dawn. Hope you are all well. There's June. Hello, me dear. Hope you're all well. And Stacey and son. Nice to hear from you. Excuse me. Oh, good stuff, kid. Questions set up, yeah. Excuse me. That's about. We've got Dawn, we've got Stacey, we've got June, we've got Eddie. See, I don't think we'll have a Pan tonight. All depends on Ashley's twins. She's got little baby twins, and if they go to sleep, it's fine. If they don't, well, you can't really do a lot. A couple of minutes, see if Stephen and Jeanette are joining. I don't know. Are Sunderland playing tonight? I don't think so. Check on me phone, see if Sunderland are playing. The next game's on Friday, according to this. Just drop Stephen a text, see what he's doing. Hope everybody else is all good and fine out there anyway. I'm all happy and cheerful because I've just printed out my boarding cards for a holiday. Oh, there's Stephen. Good lad. So, there won't be a quiz not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. Because hopefully I'll be in sunny Tenerife. And the week after that, because I'm away for 10 days. So, I don't know, what does that do? I think we'll go on the Monday. I think they'll still be away for 2 Tuesdays, I think. Right, I think that should be everybody. Subjects tonight, we've got general knowledge, geography, pop, ships, TV, literature, sport, films, voiceovers, and famous cars. Famous cars. What's your selection tonight? Excuse me. We'll start round one on general knowledge. Question one. Which car maker produced the Focus, the Mondeo, and Fiesta models? Which car maker produced the Focus, Mondeo, and Fiesta models? Question two. In which club did Arthur and Terry drink in the TV series Minder? Beg your pardon. In which club did Arthur and Terry drink in the TV series Minder? Question three. Mainly, which creatures belong to the order Arachnida? Mainly, which creatures belong to the order Arachnida? Question four. Which fruit did Christopher Columbus discover on the island of Guadeloupe in 1493? Was it a pineapple, a banana, or a melon? Which fruit did Christopher Columbus discover on the island of Guadeloupe in 1493? A pineapple, banana, or a melon? Excuse me. And question five. Which group had a 1972 hit with the song Sylvia's Mother? Which group had a 1972 hit with the song Sylvia's Mother? Question two is on geography. All five parts on geography. What are the five largest countries of the world by area? What are the five largest countries of the world by area? And by population last week, I think. This week it's by area. When you got all your answers, send us a ready through, and when everybody's ready, we'll go through your answers and get some scores. Stacey, ready? I've just noticed your little logo there, Stacey, now of football. Is that to celebrate West Ham's victories or Newcastle reaching the top 10? June's ready. That's what I never thought I'd hear we say this season. Newcastle reaching the top 10. We must give a nod to Sunderland this week as well for getting through to the playoffs. It'll be tricky, but you're another shout. Stevens Revy. Ha! You had a lot more faith than I did, Stacey, to be fair. Excuse me. Dawn's ready. Eddie ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. Right, the answers to the general knowledge round. The focus the Monday on the Fiesta are all Fords. Arthur and Terry in Minder drank in the Winchester Club. The creatures mainly that belong to the order Arachnida or spiders. Christopher Columbus discovered a pineapple on the island of Guadeloupe. And the group had a 1972 hit with Sylvia's mother, was Dr. Hook. Excuse me. The 5 largest countries of the world by area are Russia, Canada, China, USA, Brazil. Russia, Canada, China, USA, Brazil. When you've got your scores, send them through. Stacey, cracking start, 9 out of 10. Dawn, 9. June, 8. Eddie, 10. And Stephen, 8. Excuse me. So our kid races into an early lead on 10 points. He's got Carolyn Davey there as well, man. It's not just him. Well done, everybody. 10 out of 10. Question 3 is on pop music. Live Aid. Anybody remember that? Okay, question 1. In what year did the Live Aid concerts take place? It's the first ones, the proper Live Aid concerts. In what year? Maybe a clue, it's in the 80s. There you go. Question 2. The original event was organised by Bob Geldof and which other musician? Who's the other main driving force with Bob Geldof in the original Live Aid concerts? Oh, excuse me. Question 3. Live Aid was held simultaneously at Wembley Stadium, London, and John F. Kennedy Stadium in which American city? Live Aid was held simultaneously at Wembley Stadium, London, and John F. Kennedy Stadium in which American city? Question 4. Live Aid was held to raise further funds for famine relief in which country? High bid was held to raise further funds for relief of the famine in which country? And question 5. Following the Coldstream Guards' rendition of God Save the Queen, who were the first proper act on stage at the Wembley concert? Following the Coldstream Guards' rendition of God Save the Queen, who were the first act, the first pop group on stage at the Wembley concert? Right, question 4 is on ships. Excuse me. Question 1. Which ship was the subject of the mutiny led by Fletcher Christian against Captain William Bligh? What was the name of the ship that was the subject of the mutiny led by Fletcher Christian against Captain William Bligh? Question 2. What was the name of Sir Francis Drake's ship during his circumnavigation of the globe between 1577 and 1580? What was the name of Sir Francis Drake's ship during his global circumnavigation 1577 to 1580? Three. What was the name of Jacques Cousteau's mobile oceanographic laboratory? What was the name of Jacques Cousteau's mobile oceanographic laboratory? His ship, basically. Question 4. Which ship gained notoriety when it spilled oil all over Prince William Sound in Alaska in 1989? Which ship gained notoriety when it spilled oil all over Prince William Sound in Alaska in 1989? And question 5. What was the name of the balsa raft used by Norwegian explorer Thor Heyerdahl, named after an Incan god? What's the name of the famous raft made of balsa wood used by Norwegian explorer Thor Heyerdahl, named after an Incan god? Excuse me. When you got all the answers down, senders are ready. When everybody's ready, we'll go through the answers. June ready? Dawn ready? Stacey ready? Stephen ready? Just waiting on Eddie. There's Eddie ready. Okay, Pop Live Aid. In what year did the Live Aid concerts take place? That was in 1985. The original event was organised by Bob Geldof and Midge Ure. Live Aid was held simultaneously at Wembley Stadium, London, and John F. Kennedy Stadium in Philadelphia. It was held to raise further funds for famine relief in Ethiopia. And after the Coldstream Gods playing God Save the Queen, the first proper act on stage at the Wembley concert was the great Status Quo. Not the most varied pop group in the world, but if you want a party, that's the sort of music you want. Ships. What ship was the subject of the mutiny by Fletcher Christian against Captain William Bligh? That was the HMS Bounty. Mutiny on the Bounty. Sir Francis Drake's ship was the Golden Hind. Jacques Cousteau's ship was Calypso. The ship that spilled oil all over Prince William Sound in 1989 was the Exxon Valdez. And the balsa raft used by Norwegian explorer Thor Heyerdahl was called the Kon-Tiki. When you got your scores, send them through. Dawn 8 gives you 17. Stephen 7 gives you 15. Eddie 8 gives you 18. Stacey 8, so 17. And June 10. Marvellous, June, marvellous. That gives you 18 as well. So we've got Eddie, Carol and Davey and June and Mick out in front on 18. With Stacey and Dawn just 1 point behind them and Stephen just a couple of points behind that. There's only 3 points between everybody and loads of questions still to go. Excuse me. Question 5 is on TV. This is one you'll either love or you'll hate. It's on Doctor Who. Doctor Who. All 5 parts. Name the last 5 actors, including the current one, to have played the Doctor on TV. And the last 5 actors, including the current one, who played the Doctor on TV. So you're either a big Doctor Who fan and you love that one, or you probably never watched it in your life and you hate it. But that's the way it is. Okay, question 6 is on literature. It's literature and films. Literature and films. Well, books that all have films made from them. Excuse me. Question 1. Complete the title of this Stephen King short novel. Rita Hayworth and which was made into a classic 1994 film starring Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman. Complete the title of this Stephen King short novel. Rita Hayworth and which was made into a classic 1994 film starring Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman. Question 2. The Hunger Games series of films was based on novels by which American author? The Hunger Games series of films was based on novels by which American author? Question 3. Complete the title of this Dennis Lehane novel, which was also made into a 2003 film directed by Clint Eastwood. Mystic what? Complete the title of the Dennis Lehane novel, made into a 2003 film directed by Clint Eastwood. Mystic. Question 4. James Dover Grant is the real name of which author who wrote the Jack Reacher series of novels, also made into films? James Dover Grant is the real name of which author who wrote the Jack Reacher series of novels? And question 5. The series of films starring Tom Hanks as the character Robert Langdon were based on the novels of which author? The series of films starring Tom Hanks as the character Robert Langdon were based on the novels of which author? That's those 2 rounds. When you're ready, just let us know. When everybody's ready, we'll go through the answers. Stacey ready? June ready? Stephen's ready? Dawn ready? Just waiting a steady Eddie. Just thinking, Dawn, I haven't even started on the Cousins weekend quiz yet. Like I say, I'm going away in a week's time, and it's when I've only got a week when I come back. I better get cracking with that. Right, everybody's ready. TV, Doctor Who, the last 5 actors, including the current one who played the Doctor on TV, are Jodie Whittaker, currently. Right to that, Peter Capaldi, and Matt Smith, David Tennant, Christopher Eccleston. Jodie Whittaker, Peter Capaldi, Matt Smith, David Tennant, Christopher Eccleston. Literature, with the films complete the title of Stephen King's short novel Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption. Obviously made into that classic film starring Tom Robinson, Morgan Freeman. One of the best films I've ever seen in my life, The Shawshank Redemption. The Hunger Games series of films was based on novels by which American author? That was Suzanne Collins. The Dennis Lehane novel, made into a 2003 film directed by Clint Eastwood, was Mystic River. Short starred Sean Penn, that as well. I think I've seen it. Mystic River. James Dover Grant is the real name of the author of the Jack Reacher series of novels. He is Lee Child. So he writes under Lee Child. And the series of films starring Tom Hanks as character Robert Langdon were based on the novels of which author? They were on novels by Dan Brown, The Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons, that sort of thing. Dan Brown novels. Let me get your scores, send them through. Stephen, 8-23. Oh, Villarreal have scored. Dawn, 9-26. Stacey, 10. Excellent, Stacey, 27. Eddie, 6. 24. See if you stop watching the football and concentrating on the quiz, you may get a better score, our kid. And June, 6-24. We've now got Stacey in the lead on 26. On 27, sorry. Dawn on 26. June and Eddie on 24. Stephen on 23. Okay, round 7 is on sport. All 5 questions, all 5 parts on sport. As at the 3rd of April 2022, the not that long ago. Who are the 5 managers who've managed most Premier League matches? As at the 3rd of April 2022, who are the 5 managers throughout the history of the Premier League that have managed most Premier League matches? Could be for one club, could be for any number of clubs, but it's the number of matches in the Premier League in which they were involved as manager. You can't say don't do literature, kid, man. It's like saying I don't do arithmetic. Part and parcel of your everyday life, man. Not that I'm a big reader, to be honest. Just name some Premier League managers, man, June. You've got to know some. Or Mickle know some. Well, that's all you need to do. You'll get a couple. Guaranteed. Big question here is on films. Submarines in films. A film set on submarines. Question 1. First installment of the film series based on the Tom Clancy novels with the protagonist Jack Ryan. It saw Alec Baldwin as Ryan and Sean Connery as the submarine commander. First installment of the film series based on the Tom Clancy novels with the protagonist Jack Ryan. So Alec Baldwin as Ryan and Sean Connery as the submarine commander. Question 2. A 1954 science fiction adventure film based on a Jules Verne novel and one of the first features shot in CinemaScope. It starred Kirk Douglas and James Mason. 1954 science fiction adventure film based on a Jules Verne novel. One of the first features shot in CinemaScope, starred Kirk Douglas and James Mason. Question 3. A 1966 American science fiction adventure film about a submarine crew who are shrunk to microscopic size and venture into the body of an injured scientist to repair damage to his brain. It starred Raquel Welch and Donald Pleasence. I'm sure you remember going to pictures to see that. A 1966 American science fiction adventure film about a submarine crew who are shrunk to microscopic size and venture into the body of an injured scientist to repair damage to his brain. So Raquel Welch and Donald Pleasence. Question 4. A 2002 historical submarine film, directed and produced by Catherine Bigelow. The film takes place in 1961 and focuses its story on a Soviet hotel-class submarine. It starred Liam Neeson and Harrison Ford. 2002 submarine film, directed and produced by Catherine Bigelow, set in 1961 and focuses on a Soviet hotel-class submarine. Main stars were Liam Neeson and Harrison Ford. And question 5. A 1995 American action thriller based on a real incident during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Focuses on a clash of wills between the seasoned commanding officer of a U.S. nuclear missile submarine, played by Gene Hackman, and his new executive officer, played by Denzel Washington. 1995 American action thriller based on a real incident during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Focused on a clash of wills between the seasoned commanding officer of a U.S. nuclear missile submarine, played by Gene Hackman, and his new executive officer, played by Denzel Washington. Excuse me. When you've got your answers down, you're ready. Just send us a ready. When everybody's ready, we'll go through the scores. Or the answers and then the scores. Stephen ready? Stacey ready? June ready as they'll ever be. Eddie ready? Just waiting on Dawn, I think. Dawn ready. Okay, the sport. 5 managers who've managed most Premier League matches. The 828 matches was Arsene Wenger. 810, Alex Ferguson. 641, Harry Redknapp. 614, you'd have had a few more now, was David Moyes. And 537, Super Sam Allardyce. Spotty didn't go. You've got Arsene Wenger, Alex Ferguson, Harry Redknapp, David Moyes, Sam Allardyce. Films about submarines. The first of the Tom Clancy films, starring Jack Ryan as the main character. So Alec Baldwin and Sean Connery. That was The Hunt for Red October. Excuse me. 1954 science fiction adventure film based on a Jules Verne novel. Starred Kirk Douglas and James Mason. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. 1966 American film. It was submarine crew shrunk to microscopic size and sent inside the body of a scientist. So Raquel Welch and Donald Pleasant. That was Fantastic Voyage. Fantastic Voyage. The 2002 submarine film produced by Catherine Bigelow and directed by Catherine Bigelow. That incident that took place in 1961 starred Liam Neeson and Harrison Ford. That was K-19 The Widowmaker. K-19 The Widowmaker. And the 1985 American action film thriller based on a real incident during the Cuban Missile Crisis. So Gene Hackman and Denzel Washington. That was called Crimson Tide. Crimson Tide. Excuse me. Now you got your scores, send them through. Dawn 9. Good score. I suggest in those two rounds 35. Ready? 5, 29. Stacey 7, 34. June 5, 29. And Stephen 8, 31. So that's jumped Dawn in the lead now on 35. And Stacey 1 point behind on 34. Followed by Stephen, then Eddie and June. Right, last two questions, or 2 rounds. Question 9 is on voiceovers. First part. Which legendary voiceover artist did nearly all of the early Warner Brothers cartoons, including Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, Tweety, Sylvester, Foghorn Leghorn, and Yosemite Sam? They were all voiced by the same person. Who was he? Very well known in the film industry. Everybody knows them, but who did the voices? Question 2. Dave Prowse famously played Darth Vader in the Star Wars films, but who provided the voice? He also voiced several Simpson characters apparently, and was the voice of Mufasa in Lion King 2. Dave Prowse, Green Cross Code Man, famously played Darth Vader in the Star Wars films, but who provided the voice? He's also voiced several Simpson characters and voiced Mufasa in Lion King 2. Question 3. What's the name of the person who does the voiceovers on Love Island? What's the name of the person who does the voiceovers on Love Island? I would never have known that. Never seen it in my life. Question 4. Which American comedian, actor, and cartoonist is the voice of Family Guy, American Dad, and The Cleveland Show? He also wrote the screenplay, directed and starred as the main character in the films Ted and Ted 2. He's an American comedian, actor and cartoonist. He's the voice of Family Guy, American Dad and The Cleveland Show. He also wrote the screenplay, directed and starred as the main character in the films Ted and Ted 2. Excuse me. And question 5. Nancy Cartwright is the voice of probably the biggest character in US cartoons. Who? Nancy Cartwright is the voice of probably the biggest character in US cartoons. Who? Question 10. Famous cars. First part. What make of car is used as a time machine in Back to the Future? What make of car is used as a time machine in the film Back to the Future? Question 2. What was the nickname given to the 1969 Dodge Charger used in the TV series Dukes of Hazzard? What was the nickname of the Dukes of Hazzard car? It was a 1969 Dodge Charger, apparently. Question 3. What was the nickname given to the 1982 Pontiac Trans Am in the Knight Rider TV series? What was the nickname given to the 1982 Pontiac Trans Am in the Knight Rider TV series? Question 4. What make of car was Herbie in the 1968 film The Love Bug? What make of car was Herbie in the 1968 film The Love Bug? Excuse me. And question 5. DCI Gene Hunt, played by actor Philip Glenister, drove what make of car in the 2008 TV series Ashes to Ashes? DCI Gene Hunt, played by Phil Glenister, drove what make of car in the 2008 TV series Ashes to Ashes? That's your final question of tonight. Once you're ready, the senders are ready, and everybody's ready. We'll go through the answers and come up with some scores. Stacey ready, Stephen ready, Dawn ready, June ready. Just waiting, Eddie. There's Eddie, ready. Okay, the voiceovers. Legendary voiceover artists who did nearly all the early Warner Brothers cartoons, including Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and just about everybody else, was the great Mel Blanc. Dave Prowse played Darth Vader, who was voiced by James Earl Jones. The person who does the voiceovers on Love Island is Ian Sterling, Scottish comedian. The American comedian, actor, and cartoonist, voice of Family Guy, American Dad, The Cleveland Show, Ted and Ted 2, all that, is Seth MacFarlane. And Nancy Cartwright is the voice of Bart Simpson. Bart Simpson's actually voiced by a woman. Famous cars. The car used as a time machine Back to the Future is a DeLorean. The nickname given to the 1969 Dodge Charger in Dukes of Hazzard was the General Lee. The nickname given to the 1982 Pontiac Trans Am in Knight Rider was Kit. Herbie in the 68 film The Love Bug was a Volkswagen Beetle. Excuse me. And DCI Gene Hunt in Ashes to Ashes drove an Audi. His catchphrase, fire up the Quattro. Fire up the Quattro. So when you've got your final scores, send them through. We'll see where we're at. Dawn 7 to 42. Eddie 7 gives you 36. Stacey 9, total 43. June 6, 35. Sweetman Stephen. You're still with us, Stephen? I think Steve must have had a glitch somewhere. Even 10 out of 10, he'd still only be on 41. So your winners, Stacey. Another great win for Stacey tonight. On 43 points, Dawn second on 42. Eddie got 36, June got 35. And I think Stephen's computer must have crashed or something. Anyway, it wouldn't affect the winners, so well done, Stacey. What happened to this always last, Stacey? You must be eating lots of fish and brain food and that, eh? Yeah, well done, Stacey. No bother, June. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed that. If you did, hopefully there'll be another quiz next week. I don't know whether it'll be from here or my new bungalow, but hopefully we'll still be on. I'll be back next week, Stacey, but then I'll be missing for the 2 weeks after that. Yeah, will do, Dawn. How many did you get then, Stephen? Before I log off. 8 out of 10. It was your 39. You were third, mate. Winners were on 43. That was Stacey, and Dawn was on 42. You got 39. Hooky ducks. Okay, hope everybody enjoyed that. Look after yourselves. Take care. We'll see you next week. Thank you very much. And good night.